Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man. Giving you the truth. Uh, Early in the morning, getting ready to start my work. Y'all know I be doing videos that are along the community guidelines. Very helpful. Nothing that violates community guidelines. I'd like to thank YouTube. As I look into the stats, I've noticed that I'm getting more impressions. At least I get the impression. Now, whether or not people watch the video, as long as they know about the video, then, and it's fair. People get a chance. It's not shadow banned or censored unfairly. So I'm grateful about that. But on this video, and I'm going to make a couple videos today, I'm talking about marriage counseling. Listen, if you need marriage counseling, you need a divorce. If you need marriage counseling, you need a divorce. Most of the time, the person who wants marriage counseling, what they really want, and y'all hearing from me first, this is wisdom that I've learned, things that I believe the Most High is showing me. Most of the time when the person who initiates the marriage counseling, what they really want is somebody to agree with them. That's what they want. Because, let's be honest. How many times do people actually change for the better? Probably very few. Women think they're in a good marriage as long as they're getting a lot of stuff bought for them. They're getting paraded around. And they can tell a guy what to do. So if a woman is with a masculine guy in her first marriage that just ain't gonna really put up with nothing from her and gonna keep her in check, after a while, they'll say they want that, but after a while, they'll start to resent it, and they'll desire a simp. And they'll act like the simp is better than the man who's being a man. Anybody that says happy wife, happy life, that's not a good husband. That's a dismissive, conflict-evading husband. Seems like my lighting is kind of switching up. Okay, why is he behind me? He got a whole lane right there. So, again, if you need marriage counseling, you need a divorce. Because, let's say your wife says, let's get marriage counseling. She's really looking for somebody to agree with her. And she's more likely to be the woman that after you guys divorce, she'll say the other guy is better than you if she's getting her way. They'll lie. Oh, he's better than him in this. He's better than him. Oh, he's better than SEX. If you were rarely having sex with him, with your ex-husband, how can you say that your next husband is better when you were basically messing him up physically with your lack of enthusiasm, your unfrequent activity? Now you get with the next man, you trying to impress him, so you doing all the stuff you did when y'all first met. And then you don't try to tell people like he better. He ain't better. You just having a better attitude. This is what women do. This is what women do. Remember, I'm a prophet. So some of my stuff be stuff I already know in real life, real time. And some of my stuff just be stuff that's being revealed as I preach about it. So I was kind of discussing, I wouldn't even call this a debate, with what I thought was a guy on YouTube because of his name. But then his wife said, well, I'm using my husband's account. I said, I knew it. I should have knew you were a woman. Because a lot of times, not saying it's her, I don't know anything about her. But I've seen women who I do know, when they start to think wrong, do wrong, they take up for other women who think wrong and do wrong. That's that womanism. And if you married to a womanist, you in trouble anyway. And you're just in trouble, man. So this is why marriage counseling is a waste of time. And like I said, if you need marriage counseling, you need a divorce. Because all you gotta do is open up the Bible and say, okay, this is what we gonna do. We finna follow this Bible. We finna follow this Bible. Some of y'all, it's too late. Too many years done passed. Too much conflict. Just too late. But some of y'all, it's not too late. Don't go to, your marriage counseling is the scripture. Don't go to marriage counseling with men and women. Because they might be biased towards your behaviors and philosophies. Because they could be doing the same stuff. So they're going to agree with you. They're going to agree with you. That's why you don't do marriage counseling. If you want to do marriage counseling, open up the Bible, write down what it tells you to do, and do it. So if you're a woman who, in your mind, you thinking about other guys, you attracted to other guys, but you married. So you gotta figure out something. Because your body ain't even your body. Your body is his body. It's his body. So whatever he want to do, you should do it. Now, if you don't want to, here's another key. If you don't want to do it, give him a divorce. Don't take all his money. Just tell him, I'm not going to take you for everything. But you got to give me a chance to get on my feet. But women don't win all the time. They don't win all the time. In fact, if you're a guy, you know you're going to get divorced, you need to start secretly building your case against to protect whatever it is you have. Because see, I've seen it. I'm not going to put my parents' business all out there, but let's just say this. If you're not with somebody, if you don't respect somebody in that way, and y'all living in separate places and stuff, and man, this phone flopping around. Then you should not get all of his resources. your kids should get all of his resources. But I've seen it. I've seen wives, their husband died. I know people, relatives. They were cheating on them, everything. To justify it, they bring up stuff from long ago, and he died, and now they have all his resources. And his kids couldn't get none of his resources. And now his resources are being wasted. We ain't gonna say how, but they being wasted. This is what happened. This is why you gotta, every step of the way, tell your kids, listen, I'm not throwing your mama under the bus, but what I leave for you is for you. Don't give it to her, because when you helping her, you helping the new little sideshow Bob dude. Y'all gotta have these discussions in case you pass away. We gotta, like, as husbands, we gotta stop arguing with her in front of the kids. Now, if she's trying to punk you, then your kids should see you being a dominant person. But other than that, just, you know whether or not your marriage is done. Don't be arguing, man. What's the point? Don't be revealing no secrets that could be used against you in the court of law. You know how the police say anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law? Therefore, you have a right to remain silent. And if you headed towards divorce, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you can't find an attorney, in this case, one won't be appointed for you, you have to do it yourself. But you need to find an attorney. If you need marriage counseling, then it's time for you to plan for your divorce. Because people don't change like they used to. They just don't. They don't change like they used to. And these just facts, man. Y'all, in case y'all wondering, I wish they weren't facts. But I believe that the current world has tainted everybody in some type of way. Because people get away from biblical principles. And then these women, like go to YouTube and type in wife crying like a little kid. Watch how many videos come up. Watch how many videos come up. And here's another thing. I heard this from Coach Greg. I'm giving him credit for this one. Cause like when I listen to other people, my wife is in arguments. Oh, you can act like these people gods, or you just trying to act like I don't think for myself when I do. But I take wise sayings. Wise sayings just hit me like, and they stick to me like those little kookaburra things, whatever they call it. Remember those things we used to throw at each other and they stick to your clothes? That's how wise sayings be hitting me like, psh. When he said, you never tell a new woman what the old woman was doing wrong. Because she'll become what that first one that wasn't right or didn't want to do right no more. Sometimes they just don't, they change. She'll try to do the total opposite, to reel you in like a fish. And like he said, don't tell them what she did wrong. Don't even discuss it. Like, let's say you got divorced and you got a new woman. Just be like, I don't want to talk about her. No, I just want to know. For what? For what? Why do you want to know? So you can have me like Robin Williams or somebody? Of course, I ain't gonna do nothing to myself. I'll just take the lowest paying job and do everything that she don't know about. She don't know how much money I got. With Robin Williams, you know, that was just so sad, man, because that's my child, Mork and Mindy. I used to go to my grandmother's house. She had posters of Mork and Mindy all over the wall. Popeye. No, man. These women will have you like Robin Williams, 3, 4, 5 marriages. Never. Like well, I'm not her. I'm better than her. I don't believe in that. I would never go to sleep on you. You wanted sex. I would never give another man more positive props and credit than you. Sure you. You know why? You're a woman. You're the weaker vessel. We not equals. We equals in the devil's eyes and the devil people. The weaker vessel. You're a weaker vessel. That's just a fact. And any man and your wife stronger than you need to get on steroids. You need to start taking some supplements, working out. You need to get a little mean streak. You need to get a mean streak. That ain't supposed to be. If your wife thinks she's tougher than you, y'all should be wrestling. Y'all should be tussling. You should be throwing her all over the place. When she start to get mad or hurt, you stop. And you baby her, cuddle her. She thinks she's tougher than you. Toss her around playfully. Like, I'm just playing. We just playing. Get on camera even. Me and her just playing. We just playing. I just want to show her I'm stronger, so if we break up and she try to bring this up, I'm already telling you, we was just playing. That's how you have to practically do these women. These women are like, remember the Wicked Witch on, was that Wizard of Oz? Where you don't wish death on people, but she was so bad, they were skipping around when she died. The Wicked Witch is dead. That was Wizard of Oz, right? But you should be, hey, the Wicked Witch is gone. Hey, the Wicked Witch is gone. I saw this, and I'm closing. I saw this, oh man, it was terrible. Did y'all see the video of the flight where the guy, girlfriend, or wife was punching on him, beating him up? They had to put him in the pit practically with the pilots to get him away from her, and she still was trying to get to him. She said, wait till we get home. She also said she's going to call the police. All type of stuff. Why? Why, guys? Why? Why? Kids or no kids, why? Why? Why is it that you sticking to her, letting the years and months and days of your life pass, and you dealing with that? Plan your divorce, man. No marriage counseling. If she hit you, that dude on that plane, well, I just have this alter ego. You gotta forgive me, please. Crying. Look at her and be like, nope. No marriage counseling. We're done. If she hit you before, ease on out the house. When she's gone or something, just take your stuff and leave. If she that dangerous, you can't. Every case you can't just leave. Sometimes you gotta slide on out. And battle for the kids. Don't let these women battle these women. Battle them. When they just they messed up your relationship, now they're trying to keep your kids from you. They're trying to put Sideshow Sam as daddy, which is evil. Evil. You not a believer. Your name is not in the book of life. I don't care who you is. God ain't talking. Some of y'all think you saved. You think you a church lady. You think you love God. If you keeping a man's kids away from him, I'm telling you as a prophet, your name is not in the book of life. If he ain't ever did no type of harm to the kids, and you trying to keep them away because you have a bitter heart, you not saved. I'm judging you. I'm judging you. I know this for a fact. It says judge a righteous judgment. You do stuff like this, that's not a believer. Just like it's not a believer, a woman trying to set things in motion with another man while she's still married to this man. Believers don't do that. And even the very fact that you won't submit to your husband, but you saying you love God, you can't obey that simple instruction. You don't love God. You don't love God. You love yourself. He told you, you're there, and I'm doing a video on this later. Your job as a woman is to help the man complete his work. That's what you were created to do. Not argue, not fuss, not flirt, not you at work doing twerk dances. You at work trying to make your booty shake. You at work with a work husband. You talked about how much you hate your husband's friends, but secretly you find them to be cute and this and that and the other. You need to look at yourself. You don't need to look at your husband. You need to look at yourself and ask yourself, especially if you telling people that you say that you love God and this and that, but you can't even submit and show your husband respect. Now you talking about marriage counsel, trying to go to your pastor. You need to look at yourself. Am I really saved? Is what you need to ask yourself. Because the Bible it's not negotiable. You're basically like property when you marry. That's why you take his last name. And guys, don't marry no woman that don't want to make your last name her last name. No hyphenated last name. She's showing you right then and there how she gonna be. Didn't they say stuff like, they better have? Man, this stuff is whack, man. I'm telling you, the TV, radio, all these radio personalities, all these unsubmissive women on these radio shows, on these talk shows. Don't let your wife watch that. If you can't stop her, be like, look. When did you stop being a wife? And bring up some of when she was younger, like when she was more submissive. You can't watch Oprah and all these people. Nothing against Oprah. I respect her from a business standpoint. Ellen DeGeneres, and be married and be a biblical wife. It's not going to work. No wonder you think you need marriage counseling. You think you need marriage. You don't need marriage counseling. You need you counseling. You need to be counseled. Like the Bible say, and if any husband obey not the word, let him be won by the lifestyle of his wife. Lifestyle. Then they brought up Sarah. Because it's basically saying you need to be like Sarah. Y'all don't like to be called Lilith, Jezebel, Eve. But y'all like to act like Lilith, Jezebel, and Eve. It says, without a word. It says that silence, that's where that term silence is golden came from. You know your husband having financial problems. Why are you rubbing it in, being a passive aggressive, keep bringing it up, instead of doing your role of finding a way to help him? If that means you work out of the home, if that means you do this or you do that, women will just rub it in. They'll take some mud, if you smear it in your face, then you fall, and they kick you. Kicking you while you down. If your husband is having financial problems, I'm going to show you how you handle it. Don't argue with him. Find out what the problem is and correct that. Find a way yourself to help him correct it. Housewives, you can't argue about money. The only thing you could say is, okay, let's figure this out. Let's figure out what the problem is. Usually the problem is income. Sometimes it be money mismanagement. Sometimes. And then even with SEX, you don't be telling people he got a small wing ding or he can't get it up. I know I'm not talking about my situation. I'm talking to somebody. You need, okay, let's see what the problem is. What do you think the problem is? If y'all don't know, let me tell you. Let me ask you some questions. How often do you have sex? First question. Second question. When you do, what do you do to stimulate? That's the next question. Because if a guy is used to you, you don't, all right, come on, hurry up. That may work sometimes, but it ain't gonna work all the time. Then the very time it don't work, you're this. He can't do this. No. See how my car is running? My car's been running the whole time. The longer it runs, the better it runs. If I just turn the car on and take off, it's going hesitate. And if it was an older car, like some guys are older, it might stop. Think about that. When you start pointing fingers, point it at yourself first. Think about that. Think about it. Because marriage counseling, the only marriage counseling that a married couple should have is them scriptures. That's it. Marriage counseling for man is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. But thanks for watching. Hit that like button. I like to thank my new subscribers. Keep tuning in for more videos.